Now look at the sum. What should be added to 2.1 to get 10? What should be added to 2.1 to get 10? That means what is the number is going to add with 2.1, then you will get the answer, that is 10. So what you're going to do first, you have to subtract from 10 to 2.1, you will get this answer. I'll do the sum. So the question is, what should be added to 2.1? So you have to subtract from 10. This is 1's place, this is 10's place, this is 10's place, this is 100's place. See, there is no number for 10's place and 100's place. That is what we have written, zeros. So we have to write double zeros. Then after that, what is the number? 2.1. After that, we have to write 2.1. So 2 comes under in 1's place and 1 comes under in 10's place. There is no number in 100's place. That is what we have to put 0. So these two numbers we have to subtract. 10. So first 10 is a whole number. So 1's place 0 and 10's place what? 1. Here 2 is 1 place and here there is no 10. So there is no number in 10's and 100's. That is what we have to written what? That is what we have written zeros in 10's place as well as in 100's place. So that is what double zeros. So 2.1, 2 comes under 1's place, 2 is a whole number and 0.1, 1 is a decimal. Start with 1 is a decimal part. So 1 comes in 10's place, there is no number in 100's place, that is what we have written 0 in 100's place. So now let's start to subtract. 0 minus 0 you can get 0. So there is no number in 10's place, that is 0. So we have to subtract from the whole part, that is 1's place. So 1's place also 0. So you have to subtract from 10's place. It is also comes under in whole part. So one start with here, one goes, you start with 10's place. 10's place, what is the number? 1. So you have to subtract, you have to borrow 1 10's. So here it becomes 10's. Now after that, you start borrowing from here. So this become as 10 and this become as 9. So this 1 become as 0. So you have to put 0 here. So I just cancel. So just put a 0, just cancel it. That is what I cancel 1. So 10 minus 1 you can get 9. Then so 9 minus 2 you can get 7. So there is no number in 10's place and 1 cancel because we are borrowing from 1. We are borrowing from 10's place value, the number is 1. So we are borrowing from 1 10's. Okay. So look at this number again, I'll tell you. See, what should be added to 2.1 to get 10? That means you have to add a particular number with 2.1, then you will get the result 10. That means you have to subtract from 10 to 2.1. That is what I've done it. That is what I subtract. So first you start writing 10. After that you have to subtract from 10, you have to subtract 2.1. So 10, that is 0 in 10 means 10 is a whole number. So first we have to write all the numbers according to the place value. All the number according to the place value, not in. So 10. So 0 in what? 1 0, 0.00 I've written. I'll explain. So 0 in 10 means 0 in 1's place and 1 in 10's place. Then put a point. Then 10's and 100th place there is no number. So I have written for that particular digit 0 double zeros. That is 1 0 for 10's place and another 0 for 100's place. Now after that I have to subtract from 10, that is the number is 2.1. So 2 in the 1's place, this is the whole part. Then put a point. After the point we can call it as a decimal part. So 1 in the 10's place and there is no number in 100's place. So that is what I've written, 0 in 100's place. So 0 minus 0 you can get 0. So 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 you can't subtract. So I'll go to the 1's place, that is a whole part. So here also 0. So I can't subtract. So I'll go to the 10's place value. So 10's place, what is the number? 1. So I'm just borrowing from 1. So this 1 becomes what? 0. So here this 1's place, this 0 become as 10. So I'm again borrowing from this 10. So this becomes 9. After in 10's place, this 0 become as 10's. tens. Okay, so what is the number 10 minus 1? You can get 9. So 9 minus 2 in the whole part, ones place. What is the number here? On the top, 9. So 9 minus 2 you can get 7. Already 1 is cancelled because you are borrowing from 1 only. There is no number afterwards. This 1 become a 0. So I just cancel it. So the answer is 7.90. 7.90. See, I've told you already, after the point, if you put 0, you put how many zeros, if you add how many zeros, there is no value. So, you just write 7.9, that is sufficient. So, just 0, it becomes just 0, you cancel it. You can, if you want write, you can write 0, but there is no value for 0, just cancel it. So, the answer is 7.9. You just check the answer, whether the answer is right or wrong. So, what you are going to do, I have told you already 7.9 is the answer. So, what is the question? What should be added to 2.1? So, 2.1, you must add a particular number with 2.1, then you will get the answer is 10. So, this is the number we find out. So, 7.9 add with 2.1. You just add both numbers. This is ones place, this is tens place. So, this is a whole part, this is a decimal part. So, 9 plus 1 you can get what? 10. Then carry over 1. So, 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. The answer is 10. So, now you got the answer 10. So, the sum is that whatever the sum you have done it, the answer is 7.9 is the right answer. So, this number should added with what? 2.1. The answer is 7.9. Exactly correct.